All right, welcome to Audiobooks All Day. And today we are going to be playing our game that we totally made up, but is super fun called Plus One. In Plus One, we go into the Audible Plus catalog and we pick a category and we try to see if there is a book worth adding for us. Now, there are a lot of books. Maybe you'll be into one of them that we're not into, and maybe vice versa. But that's the game. It's to try to find a book that we want to add. So, thus, Plus One. And it's a pretty clever name, if I do say so myself, because I thought of it and I thought it was great. And Jeff, what is today's topic?
Today we are going through the first 5 pages of Science and Engineering.
Ooh, science and engineering.
Yes. And so it is our goal here to find a book that, wow, there's some really good ones.
Oh, I already found mine. Because it's
Which
already
one?
it's already in my queue. Fooled by Randomness.
Oh, nice. And I already have apparently black holes, tides, and space-time, all those words.
Yeah, I've actually read that one and I remember nothing about it, which maybe says more about me. I also read The Grown-Up Guide to Dinosaurs.
Oh, interesting. Sumerian gods, alien DNA, and the fate of humanity. Fantastic.
What? Wait. What is that? Go back to that book. That was really interesting. And the fate of humanity. What is that book even about? How do you say that? Anunnaki connection?
The Anunnaki connection. Seems interesting.
Well, yeah, that looks really interesting.
Ooh, big history.
Big.
Oh, I
big
love the
history.
elephant. I love the Elephant Whisperer. It's so
what's that
good.
about? That sounds really
Good,
What
good
What is it
book.
about?
Well, we shall read. I had it because one of my dreams is to own a safari one day.
You mean a
And
reservation?
this is about the Thula Game Reserve, so
Oh, that's
it
cool.
is very beautiful. Just about bonding with elephants.
I
Oh
just
wow,
added it to
cool!
my
The Sea
library.
of Civilization, a maritime history of the world. Oh my, yes, please. I've been listening to a lot of naval history this year, both U.S. Navy history, but also diving into it's a lot of it's novels and biographies of U.S. naval leaders. But I have been all over that. That looks awesome. Oh, the quest for the Ark of the Covenant. Wow, this is so fun. Nice. Well, I said that it was the first 5 pages, but we're gonna do the first 2 pages because there's some good ones here.
Right. Oh, big history. That's the other one I wanted to grab. That looked really
Yeah.
interesting.
Apparently, it's in my library. I haven't listened to it yet, so I would definitely add Elephant Whisperer. That one's a good one.
I did.
How long was
Sounds
it?
interesting.
It's 10 hours. Yeah. Very, very cool.
Big history is 25. That's
Yeah, that's big.
especially with
history
like
right there.
science. With that's a long book, but it's much longer when you realize that it's probably pretty technical. Those books are always quite a bit harder.
Whoa,
The
what is this
fundamentals
all
of
about?
structural engineering.
Hold up. Look at this, Kev. A brief history of everyone who ever lived.
What?
Very interesting. Haven't heard of that one.
It is. Yeah, I haven't heard about it either. Pretty cool title though.
Yeah.
Origin story. That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I've heard of origin story. Sailing a serious ocean. Wow.
The Black Hole War. Yes.
Ooh.
I don't even know what it's about, and I want to read it.
And also, this guy looks like Bob Lazar, of course. Yeah, that's why. I was gonna say he looks like the Area 51 guy, and it totally is. That's hilarious. All right, awesome. Oh, the theory of the quest to explain all reality. The thing is like I want to listen to this, and I also want to think that I would understand it all. Those two things are at odds.
Yeah, I remember reading Astrophysics for People in a Hurry and thinking, I must be in a big hurry.
Kevin, old time railroad stories. Let's go.
No! Old
That's
time
fantastic. That guy's going in the old library right there.
Old time.
It's also super short, so. Oh, this is kind of cool. Why insects matter.
Old time railroad stories. Sorry, I'm way behind.
Ooh, Kevin, check this out. AI ethics. It's fun.
When was it written?
2020.
Oh, it was in 2020. Yeah, that book is so out of date.
There it is. That's GPT 2 days. right there.
That's probably before.
I think.
I also added Why Insects Matter.
Yeah,
That sounds
I
interesting.
saw that one. It looks super interesting.
I love the great courses.
They're the
I've
best.
listened to so many of them, and I think they're so interesting.
Kevin, look at this. This guy got a 1-star because of a pretentious narrator. Honestly, that'll do it, man. That'll kill it.
That will.
You show some pretentious and some pretension, and
Well, that one is Mountains of the Mind. It is kind of like, I don't know. It sounds like a book that you shouldn't be pretentious about. Theory of Everything. That's a lot. It is a lot.
this is so fun.
Okay,
Dang it, I'm overcommitting.
I'm overcommitting too. I have way too many books to read, which
Drat.
is terrible because I'm also always looking for more books to read.
Honestly, like if I could just comprehend, this would be so interesting.
Wait, hold up. What was that one? Fundamentals of Structural Engineering?
Yeah.
What is that one?
I don't know. It's just a straight 0 though on the overall.
Is it a 0? Does it have any ratings?
No, just nobody's rated it yet. Not rated yet. Oh, it only came out a couple months ago. Well, I gotta say, this was a hit. For everything that Thanksgiving wasn't, this was.
Yeah, I think we can say that, without fear of reprisal. But the Audible Plus catalog for Thanksgiving was like 5 books and then a bunch of romance novels. Which are books and people enjoy them, but it was a very
you grabbed the Looney
heavily
Tunes
weighted
podcast. So
I grabbed the Looney Tunes podcast, which
and I grabbed. I didn't even grab a Thanksgiving book. So
yeah, you grabbed, but Brendan Fraser was in it. And I will say that I think as part of this game that we totally made up, if it shows up in the search, it counts. So
I'd say so.
I will say though that I was looking up books about. I was like, we were talking about like World War II, and I was thinking, if there were any like books about like, biographies of like Adolf Hitler and a bunch of other characters. And as I had searched for Hitler, which sounds really bad now that I say it out loud, but on Audible, just looking if there were any books, like the 25th book down was A Court of Thorns and Roses. And then it was more biographies about Hitler. So I don't know how that made it in. I've read that book. I don't remember Hitler being in it. But yeah, well, there you go. So sometimes random stuff just pops in, I guess.
Well, overall, I would say I'm excited.
Yeah. Okay. The science. These books are amazing because it makes me feel like I'm going to be smarter.
Yeah, it certainly does do a good job at fooling you.
Oh yeah, yeah. I am blinded by the light of education, and I will stare into that light until I can see or cannot see, which is usually the case with staring into a light. But yeah, this one was much more fruitful. Got several books and that nice warm feeling of feeling like I did something productive without actually having to have done something.
Well, thank you all for coming on this journey with us, where we went only in 2 pages. Only
That's
2
40
pages
books.
of science and engineering. And maybe some of you will have the same reaction as we did at Thanksgiving, thinking, there is nothing here. And maybe when you go to Thanksgiving, you think, wow, this is exactly what I want. We're all different. I think that today was interesting. That was super fun. I got 4 books, which is a lot, but I'm very excited to listen to them. It will be very fun.
I think I got 5. I don't know. I don't really keep count. But I did grab the Fundamentals of Structural Engineering.
That's going to be a heavy hitter. I'm personally excited for the old time railroad stories. That's, I think, the one.
Oh yeah, old time railroad stories. That's
going to be a hit.
I imagine just like this old prospector reading the book.
If it's not read with a twang, I'm going to be upset.
And like, well, when I first got out to the railroad, something like that. Like that, I like. It's going to be great, and even if it's terrible, the fact that it exists is going to be great.
Well, thank you all for hopping in to another episode of Plus One. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.